What is going on, guys? Welcome to the live stream. I had to change it from 6 o'clock until now. But today we're going to talk about a few things. We'll talk about my training, of course, and we'll talk about me enjoying running again and why that happened. And also, we'll talk about the good and the bad of content creation because there are a lot of good things, but there's some bad things too. So let's go ahead and get on with the show right now. All right, so I did want to try to schedule these things every so often so you all actually are here because sometimes I get on here and there's nobody on the live stream. But today, at least there's one person today. But I did change it because I had to go to a run group for a Three Bros Running Company, and we went over there and gave away some races, promoted a run. So I was over there doing that, and now I'm here. So I changed it. So hopefully y'all caught it. Hopefully y'all will catch it now. There's nobody on the live stream now, but it's all good. I'm gonna try to keep these at 6 o'clock if I can, but if I can't, I'll have to, of course, change up the time. So let's go ahead and start off with the question of the day. And that is going to be, because I did come from a running group. The question of the day is, what do you look for in a running group? So I have started my Golden Channel Starters running group a long time ago. That was about 10, 12 years ago, something like that. But we started that because there's nothing around here like that. And it grew. And it grew for a lot of like years. It grew bigger and bigger. And then COVID hit. Like we had like 100 people show up to our run one time. And after COVID, there's the group has shrunk into probably about a good 12, 15 people, but they are like, 15 people that you can be sure that they'll be at the run group every single run. So they are dedicated runners. But for some reason, we can't get any new blood in there. And the group that I just went to tonight is a new group that just started over in Orange, Texas. And they ran, this was their fourth run. And they had just about 60 people out at the run. Like his first run, he had 4. The second run, they had 12. The next run, they had 40. And then now they have 60. So I don't know what we're doing different that it's not causing people to show up. So I want to know from you guys what will bring you to a run group. And I was telling the people, like, it's good to see younger people because in our run group, there's probably everybody is for sure 35 and above. I don't think there's too many 20-year-olds. There's no 20-year-olds in our group. So in the group that I went to tonight, the orange group that just started, they had mainly 20-year-olds and up. So that was cool to see. But I want to know from you, what do you look for in a running group? So this is a question from Oscar, or this is a statement from Oscar Farias. What's good, bro? Hope you are doing well. Thanks, Oscar. I am. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And we'll talk about that later. I'm doing good with my my health and with my joints too, because that's been an issue if you guys have been following me. So let's talk about my weekend training. My weekend training, and actually did pretty good. I ran a race last week. I signed up for a 10K. And you guys saw that video, and you guys do love the running videos. Like those get a lot more views than even these Goku Runner Talks Tuesdays. But yeah, I've been running and I've been enjoying it. Even though it was hot, it was good for me to go out there and get my run on, especially for a long distance, to just go out there and do something that was, a race. So that's why I enter races, so that I can have a goal and then achieve it. Like, even though I'm going a run walk, and we'll talk about some negativity that I received from that video in a little bit, but I enjoy that run. It's been a long time. Like, I haven't done a long, it's a gnat. I haven't done a long race in, since Rocky Raccoon. So actually since Bluebell, that after Bluebell, that's when I got diagnosed with gout and Achilles tendonitis and all that fun stuff. or not really fun stuff, but I got diagnosed with that, and just been resting, trying to heal my body, make sure things aren't hurting, and now things are finally getting better. So sometimes I like to just throw myself into the fire, and that's why literally what I did for that Houston 10K. It was a hot day, and I threw myself in the fire. And also, I ran yesterday. I ran a 5K and I got sub 13. So I haven't ran a long distance for a 12-minute mile for a long time. So I was happy to get out there and run. And I also ran with my friend Troy in that video. I had fun. Like I've been having fun at races again. I've been having fun running. Even the sweat, whenever I am sweating, it feels good to just get that sweat on. I also did a run with the Houston Ambassadors. That was a 2 mile run. So, I'm building up that mileage, and hopefully this is the start of my running journey again, because that's what I want to show you guys, all the running stuff. So let's talk about one thing that I want to talk to y'all guys about, and that is the good and bad of content creation. So this past week, let's start off with the good. I did meet a few subscribers, and it's awesome to meet y'all. Like whenever somebody's like looking at me, and then they'll come up to me and say, "Hey, Goku Runner, I watch your channel." And there was one person over at the Houston Ambassador run. He was like, him and his wife. They came up to me and they were like, "Hey, aren't you a Goku Runner?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they got excited. They screamed. They're like, "Oh man, we love your channel." And I was like, "What stuff do you watch?" And they said they watch everything. And he was telling me like he loves watching my stuff because of my journey. Like there's fast people out there. This is what he said. And he said that he loves watching the journey and seeing my journey. And he says that he likes watching my stuff because I don't quit. I don't quit like right here at Coon. I didn't quit. I got up to 80 miles and got a DNF because time ran out on me, and all the other races too. Like I am out there, putting myself in a race that sometimes I might not finish, but a lot of times I do. So I like that, and that's what I try to portray to people, that you don't have to be the fastest, you don't have to be the strongest, but you just have to be out there and do it. Like just go out there and do it. Let's go to the comments. Somebody commented. Oscar Ferrier says, "My goal was to do a marathon full, but I ended up doing a 50K at the crazy desert trail race. I run with a lot of younger 20s and up. I'm 41. Yeah, that's good. I like to see the younger crowd out there. Everybody in my group is probably 35 and up, and I'm 44. So everybody's a little older. So we're trying to get younger group in there, younger people to start joining our running group, and it's tough. He runs with Oscar says he runs with some of run groups with the younger people. So yeah. So that was a good thing that I met that guy. I forget. I'm so bad with names, but I forgot his name. But he told me that. And then I also met another runner at the Houston 10K that I did, the hometown Houston race. And he came up to me and he was like, "I love how you deal with your haters." I liked how, because there was a guy, he watched my everything I ate during a Houston marathon, which is freaking ridiculous, right? But it's 26.2 miles, and I like to enjoy the Houston marathon. And I was just out there training for my 100-miler anyway, so I decided to partake in everything that everybody gave me. And people were calling me out, telling me stuff, and one dude specifically said that I'm a piece of crap or whatever he said. And I said, "Why don't you come out and run the 100-miler with me?" So he liked that I challenged him to that. And I do post those things on Instagram, on YouTube, because I know that there is drama in there, and I don't really like to promote the haters, but there is a lot of hate, and sometimes I got to show that you don't have to hate on a slower guy just because he's slower. Just appreciate. You don't have to hate on the world. And even today, I posted my last one. Let's talk about the bad. I posted a video on my 10K. 260-pound runner runs his first runs a 10K without training. That's just for the clicks, right? But I mean, I'm not trained for a 10K, so it is true. But he said, "Why are you paying $40 to walk a 10K?" And then he didn't believe me that I actually ran it in 128. I don't know what he was thinking because the time on the clock when I crossed was 130. So he was like, "Why are you lying about your time?" And I was trying to explain to him about chip timing versus your gun time, and he didn't understand. And clearly, he wasn't a runner or hasn't done a race. So he was giving me crap about walking. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, why does it matter to people what somebody is doing when they are trying to improve themselves? And if he knew my story from getting diagnosed with gout, from running the 100 miler, from getting coming back. That was actually a celebration run for me doing that 10K because I haven't done that distance in such a long time, and I was really proud of myself for completing the 10K. So sometimes you get some bad comments, but the good people, the good subscribers that I meet, they outshine all of that. So that's why I do it. I want to keep creating content, even though I get a lot of hate. People love to hate on me. That's just like one comment out of many. I do shadow ban a lot of people. So if you'll see a comment maybe one day, but the next day it'll be gone because I just shadow ban them. So they can talk all the trash they want to, and I will never hear from it, or nobody else will ever hear from them if they comment on my video. So don't talk crap on me because I'm gonna ban you on YouTube because I don't need the negativity in my life, and nobody needs to be reading that because I want to spread positivity on here, and that's what my whole goal is. So, yeah, that's about it for that. And in terms of this next week, I am training for just the summer run. So I did my last summer run in what was it? I think 38 minutes. So I think just under 38 minutes. It was a 5K, and we have sorry, we have local summer runs every Monday, and I'm gonna start joining them. And hopefully, I'll get a better and better time, uh, improve my fitness. And if I don't, it's just part of the story, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the journey of my running journey, and I hope you guys are in for it too. Oscar Ferris says, "Yes, sir. Yes, the positivity rules." And hopefully, you guys are enjoying this content that I'm creating here, that I'm sharing with you guys. A bigger runner. There was a bigger guy at the run tonight. I was like, man, I love seeing a bigger guy. You never know who you are going to motivate or inspire. Like myself, I'm a slower guy. I don't finish races at crazy times, but for some reason people still find me inspiring, and I do appreciate that. So even if you think that you're not inspiring to anybody, just be you, do your thing, work out, go on a run. Somebody's watching you. They may not comment on your videos, may not comment on anything. You may not even post anything, but maybe somebody will see you out there running, that you think that you're not making a difference, but you are. So keep on doing you. Michael Flores says, I look for a group that I can have. So this is for the question of the day that I asked. I said, what do you look for in a running group? Man, my sometimes I don't know why I cannot write correctly. I guess I can't even talk correctly. Let me fix this real quick. What do you look for in a running group? There we go. And I'll put that back up. So Michael Flores says, I look for a group that I can have a connection with other members of the group. I have to look forward to going to meet up my run group. Yeah, that's a good point. You got to be a welcoming group. I've joined some running groups. Not going to say which ones, but sometimes they aren't the most welcoming people. Like I'll be at the running group and nobody will introduce themselves to me. So whenever we have our running groups on Mondays and Wednesdays, if I see a new person, I make sure to go up to them, introduce myself, and say hi. So just got to do that. Oscar Flores Farias is coming again. Yesterday, I ran my first 10K and win it all. And at the end of the race, a guy came up to me and said, You run pretty fast for a big guy. Let's get it." Yes, that's right. Big guys unite. We want to see these big guys pushing themselves and pushing themselves hard. I've had some people say, "You know what, man? You are too big to run. Big guys like us don't run." But we do. So a guy like Oscar Farias, guy like me, let's show the world what we can do. Like, even though we're big, we got some power. You know, Bowser on Super Mario Kart, that dude, he was slow, but once he got going, that dude can run over some people. So be careful of us big guys. All right, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. It's getting late, 9:30. I have not eaten yet. Uh, Diet's going well, actually. I did hit my all-time high of 260, and I jumped off the scale so fast, so I don't even know how high above 260 I was. But I have been doing well. I'm at 254 again, which is the weight that I've been at for a long time. So at least I'm not 260. At least I'm on the tail closer to the 250 than the 260. So working my way down, and with more running, it's going to help me as well. So hope you guys enjoy this live stream. Make sure to watch it again. If you guys haven't watched it, leave me a comment on the live stream. If you haven't left a comment on the section over here, so let's do that. One more comment. Michelle Flores, she says my spirit animal is a turtle. Slow and steady wins my race. That's right, turtle. I know. What's his name? What is his name? Martinez Evans. He has the slow AF running group that he started on Facebook. I met him. He's one of my buddies, and he's getting pretty big now. Like in terms of social media, pretty good following. But I love that guy. And turtles are awesome. Oscar Ferry says the best part of a race is when the youngsters take off, and about halfway through the race they start to slowing down, and you're passing them. Yes, sir. Yeah, that is a good part. I remember I was running a race one time, and this is when I was a little bit quicker, and I was always a big guy. There was a little tiny, like I want to say 8-year-old or 9-year-old. He was trying to sprint past me at the finish line, and I was like, maybe one day you'll pass me, but today is not that day. And I kicked it in, and I passed that little kid. No little kid, if I can help it, is going to beat me in a race. Tony over here says, keep up the great job, Jeremy. Thanks, Tony. I don't know which Tony you are. You might be Tony Morales. You might be another Tony. But Tony, whatever your last name is, I appreciate it. And hope you guys enjoy this one. I'm gonna leave this one. I'll see you guys next one. Hopefully I'll have some more running content for you guys in the future. Definitely some reviews and more stuff. See you guys next one. Have a good night. Peace.